Our nation is burning with political hatred. On September 10th, Charlie Kirk was assassinated while speaking at a university. He was 31 years old, a husband, a father of 2 young children, and 2 months later across social media, people are still celebrating his death. Mocking, laughing, rejoicing. Meanwhile, the other side? They're fanning the flames. Rabbis are lionizing him. He was an Abraham of our time. Allegedly. This isn't about politics anymore. This is about what we're becoming. Ancient wisdom has something urgent to say about this moment. 1400 years ago, the Prophet Muhammad was sitting with his companions when a funeral procession passed by. He immediately stood, showing deep respect. His companions were confused. "O Messenger of Allah, this is the funeral of a Jew, someone outside our faith." The Prophet looked at them with a question that echoes through the centuries. Is it not a soul? Was he not a human being? In that single moment, he shattered the illusion that our tribe, our faith, our politics matter more than basic human dignity. He stood for someone who never shared his beliefs. He honored someone who may have opposed him. Because before politics, before religion, before ideology, there is humanity. That lesson is as urgent today as it was then. The mystics left us 40 rules for the spiritual path. One rule stands out today: love imperfect humans, not just perfect God. Here's what this means for us right now. Charlie Kirk held views many people found deeply wrong. On immigration, on rights, on politics and faith. You may have opposed everything he stood for. You may have argued against him online. You may have seen him as part of what's broken in America. But he was an imperfect human being. Just like you, just like me, just like everyone celebrating his death. We don't have to love his politics to recognize this truth. His children will grow up without a father. His wife became a widow at 29. His parents buried their son. Celebrating that doesn't make you politically strong. It makes you less human. The rule is clear. Love imperfect humans. Not because they deserve it, but because that's what keeps you human. Another rule cuts even deeper. Respond to hatred with 40 days of kindness. Not 40 days of agreement. Not 40 days of staying silent. Not 40 days of pretending you don't have strong convictions. 40 days of choosing to see the human being first. Here's the challenge. When you see a post celebrating Charlie Kirk's death, don't share it. When you're tempted to mock his grieving family, pause. When hatred rises in your chest, remember, that's someone's father who isn't coming home. This doesn't mean you abandon your politics. Fight for what you believe in, fiercely, passionately. But fight ideas, not humanity. Don't fight what makes us human. Challenge positions, not souls. Can you do it for 40 days? Can you remember that your enemy is also someone's beloved? Because if you can't, if you can only see people as red or blue, left or right, us or them, then you've already lost something more important than any political battle. You've lost yourself, lost your humanity. The ancient wisdom teaches, let suffering soften you rather than harden you. Right now, we're watching suffering in real time. A widow's grief. Children who will never see their father again. Parents planning a funeral instead of celebrating a birthday. This suffering can go 2 ways. It can harden us, make us more tribal, more convinced that they deserve this, more willing to celebrate the next death and the next. Or it can soften us, crack open our hearts to recognize this is what political violence actually looks like. Not abstract, not theoretical. Children without a parent. Every time you choose to celebrate death, every time you mock the murdered, you're choosing hardness over softness. You're choosing stone over water, and stone eventually crumbles. But water sustains life. The Sufi mystics taught, love is the water of life. So ask yourself, are you becoming stone, or are you choosing to stay human? 1400 years ago, the Prophet Muhammad stood for a funeral procession, not because he agreed with the deceased, not because they shared his faith, not because it was politically convenient. He stood because he recognized something fundamental. A soul had departed. A human being had died. That moment of standing was a choice. A choice to value human dignity over tribal loyalty. Today, you have the same choice. Delete that celebratory post. Don't share that cruel meme. Let this death be what it is. A tragedy, not a victory. You can still fight for your beliefs. You can still oppose what Charlie Kirk represented. But you can do it without forgetting he was a father. Without celebrating that his children are orphans. Without losing your own humanity in your hatred. The question the prophet asked still echoes. Is it not a soul? The Sufi masters still challenge us. Love imperfect humans. Respond to hatred with kindness. Let suffering soften you. The path is simple but not easy. The prophet stood. Will you?